The investigation into the disappearance of Flight 370 has taken so many different turns. Is this latest discovery of a pulse signal the most credible lead so far, or just another false alarm? For more analysis, I'm joined by the president of SOAR, Captain Tom Bunn. Tom, what do you make of this? Is this credible or another false hope?
I'm a little skeptical because the reports I've seen on the internet say that the handheld receptor that was used on the Chinese ship only has a range down to about 600 feet underwater, and that area is around 15,000 feet deep. So that doesn't sound very promising.
So if it's not that, what could it be?
Well, that I don't know. But at the same time, it reminds me that we've heard reports, almost everything that we've heard so far from the beginning. There's been a contrary report saying that that wasn't correct and things have been revised. So people have just been exposed to hope and then have those hopes dashed. And the families are having, I'm sure, a terrible time. It's a nightmare that just doesn't end. And for people who are just anxious about flying any place in the world, they just say, a plane can't fall out of the sky like this. It can't happen. And they're really doubtful that they should fly at all.
You're so right about the families. I mean, the wait for them has been absolutely agonizing. So help me understand the process here. What do you do from this point on to confirm whether this ping, this signal, is in fact from Flight 370 flight data recorder, or it's not?
Well, they really won't have any way to determine where it's from unless they continue to pick it up. I would think that the more sophisticated equipment that the Australians have deployed, that is supposed to be brought into the area, and it goes down to very deep water. And if they can make passes on an area where they continue to get pings, they can zero in and find out what's the center of the area where the signal is strongest, assuming they can find the signal. If you remember, this signal was only picked up for a few minutes.
Well, that was the next question I was going to ask you. Should the pulse, should it have been going? In this case, it stopped after 90 seconds.
Yeah, well, the reception of it supposedly stopped after 90 seconds. But there were two reports. The first report was that they picked it up for 10 or 15 minutes. Then they lost it 5 hours later. They picked it up for a minute and a half, and then it stopped abruptly. That could be because they went out of range or into a shadow area. If there are some sort of mountainous-shaped earth structures down in the water, that could certainly change the trajectory of the signal, as well as temperature changes in the water. So there's a lot of reasons why a signal could be broken off like that if it's being received that far, from that far down.
All right, thank you so much, Captain Tom Bunn.